Yeah, he damn sure did tell y'all. What's going on? What's going on, people? What's going on, man? It is Monday afternoon. As you already know, it is the Originators Monday.
Yeah.
And we hosting it over here. I'm your boy Six Man K Style, aka 6MK, aka Pie May in the building. And you know it's me all day. Yes, sir. And riding shotgun on this show, you already know him as the senator. It is Mad Mike Sports, aka he is what remains.
Mm-hmm. You did it to yourself.
You did it to your motherfucking self. That's gonna be the
Mm-hmm.
mantra for today's show.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do I need to sing it?
Yes, sir. Please.
You did it to yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you know what it is? Truth.
What's happening, man? What's happening? What's happening?
As you see, we got OG Truth Hurts, aka Truth TV. That's two with a T.
Man, oh man. Man, oh man. What in the world? What in the world? What in the
Ah,
world?
man, we don't damn know, man. There's a whole bunch of crazy shit going on right now.
Man,
But like I
I
said,
mean, what's up with these goddamn planes, man? Planes flipping over and bro, what in the world, bro?
I'm still trying to figure out how the plane flip upside down on the top. I'm like. I'm like, dude, this is not Top Gun. I like I said, for those that
Oh,
know the movie Top Gun.
oh, the pilot definitely getting a piss test. That's for sure.
That motherfucker was
Man,
upside down. Like, what the fuck was he
fuck,
doing?
fuck a piss test. You was immediately fired for that, boy. I ain't, boy. A piss test not necessary for that shit.
Good God Almighty.
Look, bro, if anybody remember Top Gun when Maverick finally did that upside down shit on the instructor, I
Oh
guess
yeah.
this dude tried
Mm-hmm.
to pull. I guess he tried to pull it this time, and I guess he got so excited and messed up the controls. I don't know, but
Made the lieutenant spill his coffee and shit.
I could imagine. I could imagine if I was the co-pilot looking like, nigga, well, why the hell is we upside down? Cause, bro, ain't no way,
See,
ain't no way.
I couldn't be in no plane like that, bro. Cause see, I'm gonna tell you now, I'm riding motherfucking plane upside down. I'm shitting all on myself and everything. Well, I'm telling you, boy, I'm gonna have shit going all down my leg and everything. I've been on fuck my goddamn uniform up, man. I had shit everywhere.
Man, that boy, please, you see. Like I said, man, we is living its wild days, boy. Hey, 2025 started off with a bang. It's only February. We got about 10 more months to go. As you already know, like you said, you see Truth Hurts is in the building. We got Mr. Tactician, aka Juan Drill, is in here.
What up?
So let's go ahead and get right into what we like to call over on this channel. The what? The real.
That was my version of the Iceman.
That
You know,
that,
the
that
Ice
sounded painful.
Mafia related.
That's how.
What he, yeah.
That sounded like it hurt, boy. That I heard the Voodoo Child remix.
He's trying to that motherfucker was like 6'4", 6'5", 300 something pounds, choking the shit out of people and with clothes hangers and yeah. I know my version of the Iceman. George Kaczynski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you want a modern version of that, go look at Nikola Jokic brothers because they look just like that.
You know what? Yeah.
They didn't, but they
Hey,
didn't do
right
it with
before
5
we
of
get
these.
started, right before we get started, let me say, let me tell everybody that, man. Look at that. Hey, everybody, make sure y'all take care of yourself out there, man. Make sure you try to stay away from what's going on, cause old Truth got bit by the bug, man. Truth got bit by the bug this week, man. I'm talking about Truth lost 17 pounds, man.
Uh,
17 pounds, man.
Dang,
Yeah.
bro. So you done lost the T and the H.
Man, let me tell you something. I weighed 354 one Saturday. The following Saturday, I weighed 337.
Yeah.
yeah,
Y'all heard
boy.
him. Stop sniffing the cereal and get some vegetables.
And that's kind of crazy because True kind of naturally is big like that. So look, he got a slim version of the Truth right now.
Man, God Almighty. I don't want to
So,
go. I don't want to go into some of the details. It's really TMI, but I had a rough week. I'm just gonna put it to you like that, boy.
so basically what y'all get. So basically what y'all getting today, and y'all need to respect it. Y'all getting the half truth.
Boy,
Nigga, D Coleman need to sit your goofy ass down. That motherfucker which said Truth went from Mark Henry to Kane.
uh, man, hey, bro, I'm gone, man. D Cole, congratulations, D Cole. You shut down the Truth. I'm gone, man. D Cole, why you do me like that, Playboy? Come on,
All right.
come
But
on, big man. We ain't never had no issues, man. Come on, D Cole. We ain't never had no issues, man. You ain't gotta do the Truth like that. We ain't never had no issues, man. You
they got that. God damn, boy.
know?
All right, man. Give a shout out to running number one today. We got King Treyway. We got Auntie Pam in the building.
Hey, Auntie.
We got Georgia, Texas boy. Got
Auntie
Larry. We got David Whitlow.
Sherman Wood, what you do?
Gabriel Monk. Pat Norris. Andrew G. Southside, Keyshawn Vlad, what's going on, man? So let's go ahead and get right into it, man. So we got a couple topics going on today. Um, like you said, and the hell was that? Oh, my bad, y'all. Looking out the window, I think two cats got the scrapping outside. I'm looking like, what in
Man,
the
look here, man. Look here. Now, we already got planes flipping over and shit.
hell? Shit. That shit scared the fuck out of me,
Yeah.
bro. Nigga, what? bro, I'm saying, look, I'm about to sit here and get right into the top, and I just hear. I'm like, oh,
Chicago
hell
Red, what's happening? Hey,
What up, Jew?
Chicago Red. What's happening, Chicago
no.
Red?
Chicago
That's
Red
it.
in the
Look,
building, y'all.
yeah, hey, all day Chicago Red. Y'all know who
Chicago
that is.
Red. He's Chicago Red today. Oh, Jew.
Yeah.
I'm looking at these cat like, motherfucker, I done fed both of y'all. Y'all sitting out here scrapping. I could at least put some money on that shit.
Hey, Kev, you out there watching Heathcliff get at it? Him and Garfield.
Cliff, Garfield. I'm surprised Cliff and the Big Red Dog didn't show up yet.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, boy, them cats was squared. They squared up, boy. I just heard. Look. I just heard. The
hey,
fuck
hey,
is that shit?
Kev, you got to understand that was the art of the skibbity pap.
That wasn't no skibbity pap. That was a boom and a damn right there. But we got a couple. But we got a couple topics. We got a couple topics here tonight, man. This kind of goes back to kind of what Mike video was earlier, and this was one and all of ours conversation pertaining to Mr. Myles Garrett. And the other topic is the goofy ass All-Star game format that nobody likes that we saw yesterday.
Wow.
But I know since we got a lot of Falcon fans in here, man, we're gonna start with some Falcon talk. Um, fellas, how we feeling now that the season is over and we getting right straight into the neck of the bullshit when it comes to Falcons?
Oh, I'm just waiting. There's going to be a major crash out moment. It's coming.
You know,
It's coming.
this is the closer and closer you get to draft day, the more nut jobs gonna come out.
Mm.
I just, hey, I'm just gonna find me a good. I might go back to brown liquor, man. I mean, shit, bro. I might just go back to brown. Yeah, man. You know the truth used to be on that crown, man. I think I might have to bring that crown back out. You know, crown. You know, crown with a splash of 7, couple ice cubes. Yeah. So, hey,
Okay. You know, wrong
Yeah,
day,
yeah.
not
That
wrong day.
do that.
Hold on, let me look out this window, make sure ain't nobody damn head hanging off something. Okay, we good.
Kev got WWE outside his
man.
window.
Oh no, them cats be thumping, Jack. Let me tell you
Boy,
that.
they was thumping, boy.
Cats be
They
thumping.
was thumping. I just heard, yeah, boom. I say, oh, hell no.
Yeah, them cats be thumping. What?
Yeah, that means somebody got body slammed.
Two cats got to.
Somebody got body slammed. That wasn't.
Yeah, man, 2 cats got to thump so hard, man, made me grab my pistol. You know,
Not the pistol.
the motherfucker quick, bro.
Man, they quick.
Hold on.
You know, a snake, like you said, snake strike is too slow for them.
But that's one good thing about them, though. You ain't gonna have to deal with no snakes now.
Hell no.
Now, I'm gonna tell you, we didn't already got started. He said Myles Garrett would change everything. That is a true statement because we would lose half the offense.
All right, so let's go ahead and get right into it, man. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So for those that are new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to Mad Money Sports. There's a lot of talk going on right now with Myles Garrett to the Atlanta Falcons. As we already know, we've been hearing that, okay, he wants out of Cleveland. So before I get to my question, I want to ask everybody here on the panel, how would you feel about Myles Garrett being an Atlanta Falcon for 2025?
Okay, well, I'm gonna get this out of the way. I personally, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I mean, he's a great player. You know, even then he's coming, to the twilight part of his career. He's been on Cleveland, and Cleveland ain't produced like he thought he was gonna do. So I can see him being happy to be here. Whether or not our head coach will utilize him properly, I'm not gonna get into that. I'll let Mike handle that part of it. But yeah, I'd like him to be here, but I would like us to have a team too. Because unless he's going to take a beans and bologna deal, we're not going to have an offense. It's going to be Mike Penix.
Please come home. I got beans and bologna.
You going off just for that? You had to say that and have Kev up there.
Why you had to do him like that?
You got 10 more seconds, okay? Why the hell you had to say that? Now I gotta hear that goddamn song. Now I done already heard the other fucking song, and then you had to bring that up.
Wait, Mike, what do you got to get? First, you don't like. First, you pissed off about the yams.
Not be named right now.
You pissed off about yams and beans and bologna. Come on, cuz.
Look, you gonna be with shit the way you goddamn sing them 2 damn songs, beans and bologna and yams. That shit don't even go together.
Please come home.
Oh man. Hey, Mike, but you got to understand though, hot dogs is bologna meat. It's just in a smaller size, so they do go together.
No more
Uh,
talking to you, okay?
to everybody in the chat, I'd like to offer a formal apology. These guys right here are mentally unhealthy. I do the best job I can trying to deal with it. I do the best job I can, but I can only do so much. So just please bear with us, because ain't an ounce of sense on this podcast.
Man, y'all just mad because y'all ain't getting to the yams. That's all that shit. Can I get to the yams?
Oh my God.
See, show me the way.
Lord, here's why I'm at Myles Garrett situation. I'm
We don't really have cap
Goddamn!
space right now.
Hold on. Somebody messed up bad, boy. Them beans and bologna got somebody messed up right now.
I was gonna give my take on the Myles Garrett situation. Here's where I am. Are we a player away? Are we a player of his caliber away from winning the Super Bowl?
I think you're gonna need a little bit more than him. I think we're gonna need a little bit more than just him. I think they're gonna be looking at him fixing a major part of this defense that we haven't seen been fixed since about 10 years.
Because he's that dude now.
He do now.
He's that dude.
Yeah.
Make no mistake about it. Oh, bro, that dude now.
Right.
And, looking at us, I don't know what's gonna happen in free agency. I don't know who's gonna get cut. I don't know. But I'm just, he's that dude. And it all depends on how deep you want to go. How deep you want to go in the wallet. How deep you want to go in the wallet. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna want some draft capital. But they're gonna want some draft capital. What you willing to give up? We need some jewelry. We need to host a playoff game in that pretty ass stadium, man.
We ain't played not one playoff game since that stadium been built.
Yeah, we need to host a playoff game in that stadium, and he's worth the shot. Listen, if he won't out, and he's rumored to us, Terry, going to pull the trigger, bro. Just don't rape us. That's all. Just don't cripple us. Go on and pull the trigger. Just don't cripple us. That's it.
Okay. Hey man, Mike. So what do you think in this situation? And I know you've already kind of explained it, but for those that may not have watched the video, kind of explain to the people how much that would cost as far as being a guy. Because you have to remember with Myles Garrett, like you said, this is a all pro defensive end. This is a all NFL, all world defensive end. So it's gonna cost.
I'll do that, Carson. And I'm a big Algier fan, but I'll do that one.
Well, the thing is, you're going to give up players. So whether you like to, or you purposely do it, or you have to do via trade, like you're going to have to give up players. All right. Whether you get something back or not. Oh, you giving up players. Somebody's gone. A couple of guys are gone. Possibly 3 guys are going to be gone for the trade. Because in order to bring in a talent like Myles Garrett, you're going to give up at least 3, at the very least 3 players. Again, whether that's draft picks or you just allow some people to, like a Grady Jarrett, like a Jake Matthews, Tyler Algier, a Kyle Pitts. A lot of these guys are gonna have to go because you're gonna have to make it work money wise, because there's 2 things coming up right now. Drake London and Bijan Robinson. Those guys are your future. And then you got to really think about whether or not that right now, one of the best players on our defense, he's going to, at some point, you're going to look at him and say, all right, what am I going to do if I'm going to let him walk? And I'm talking about Jesse Bates. So the Falcons got to figure out a lot of stuff with this team in order to make it work. It's not going to be one of those situations where you're going to get him for, a ham sandwich in the first round pick. This ain't work. That ain't going. This is one that this probably the best defensive player in the game right now. Is Myles Garrett. So it's not going to be cheap. I don't know what y'all. Look, y'all need to stop listening to all these fake ass insiders and bullshit ass writers. But it's not going to be cheap. You ain't going to get this guy for no 1 first round pick and then old ass Kyle Pitts. That ain't not Kyle Pitts, but Kirk Cousins. You're not gonna get that way. So we can just get that shit out of the way.
Juan. Like Mike said, man, it's gonna cost some players here. Let me give you a weird scenario here. And this is one of the most out of pocket scenarios. What if Cleveland wants Bijan Robinson in that deal? How would you feel about that?
No, that's a no.
Uh,
That's a no go.
I mean,
I'm gonna tell you why.
no. Hell no from the depths of my butt cheek.
I'm gonna tell you why it's a no go. I mean,
No.
it's not a ridiculous trade. Now. That's not a ridiculous trade, but it's just too much. It's too much more left in the tank over here with 7. You know what I mean? It's too much left in the tank over here with 7. That like he almost effortlessly got 2,000 yards this year, all purpose.
You know what?
It's like this. Listen, I didn't want this motherfucker, y'all. Everybody on this panel know I was mad as hell. We drafted BJ. I was mad as hell. But let me tell you something. Youngblood done shut me up, bro. Like Youngblood done shut me up. Youngblood handled his business. He handled his business. Look, when he showed me he can go between them tackles. When he showed me he can go between them tackles. Bro didn't put the ball on the ground this year. And he only had, 1 or 2 fumbles last year?
He had 4 last year. He had 0 this year.
One fumble I wanted to cut his dreads. The one in the blow up game in Carolina. But dude generation.
Well, see, I'm looking at it like this. First of all, fuck no, because you're sending Bijan to a team that is deficient right now. Their organization is deficient. Anytime you got to let go of your star player because y'all not cutting it, fuck no. We not about to send y'all a whole nother star so y'all can starve his ass too, and he'll be gone about 2 to 3 years because you can't do shit with it. That's the reason why Myles is leaving, because Cleveland can't do shit with it. They're not putting out enough wins for him to even be looking at. That man want to win. That man wants to win, and ain't shit he winning over there. Taking Bijan over there, that's like trying to put Bijan out the way. No.
I don't understand what the fuck's going on over there with them. You got Nick Chubb and Myles Garrett. Like, I don't understand why you can't. I can ride them two to a goddamn Super Bowl.
But see, that's the problem, though, and it's what we were trying to get the fans over here in Atlanta to understand. When you spend all of your money on a quarterback and ain't no guarantees that he is going to produce, you tie the hands of the team. And since now that $200 million quarterback didn't fail through, now it's a yard sale. It's a yard sale. You got to get rid of your good players that's left. Because the man can't perform. He can't. We tried to tell y'all that. That's the reason why we didn't get them other goofballs to come on his team over here. Why? Because we got a team right now, and we got a quarterback of the future. This is what happens when you on the corner selling it, and you ain't nobody buying, and now you got to sell the thongs to get somebody's attention.
Yeah. Because the only reason why I threw this worst case scenario is this is kind of to satisfy a lot of those folks that may be looking at, okay, you could try not to give up so much of a king's ransom for him, because you have to think about it. Nick Chubb is going to be out the door. Mm-hmm. They ain't got no running back.
Are he free agent?
Shit, as much injuries that he done had, boy, they about to get rid of his ass too. Mm-hmm. Now, like you said, for most Falcon fans, no. Like you said, this is gonna be a hell no. Just for the simple fact that Bijan Robinson has been anointed as one of the big three in Atlanta, which is Bijan, Drake, and Junebug. Mm-hmm.
I give Kyle Tyler. I give Kyle Tyler 2 first rounders.
I mean, that's an interesting point. Like you said, that's it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because they're gonna need a running back. Tyler Jill go up there and play 10 years, 10, 12 years. 1,000-yard back every year.
Yeah. But the only difficult part about that, and when we talked about that too, and Mike said it, once your quarterback signs off on a player that he wants to play with, if you go ahead and get rid of him, business or not, you're telling your quarterback, fuck you.
For Denzel Ward, Georgia boy.
Denzel Ward got, like you said, are you willing to take that risk for a Denzel Ward with all the concussions that he done had?
Nah, because the first time he get hit, he out. You done wasted your money on the first hit. It don't matter when it happened. It's gonna happen. So the first hit he takes, you done wasted your money.
The Southside here said Tyler Algier, Pitts, Ebiketie, Ebiketie, and a 2025-2026 first round pick.
Man, get the fuck out of here, Southside. This motherfucker trying to get away half the motherfucking team.
and Rashad, now that's true. You can void his contract, but you got to understand, on their team, the damage is already done. That damage is already done. Because
players for one man, please look.
But you know what though?
Let me say this, Drew. Let me say this shit. All right, fuck a Myles Garrett. All right, he can suck a doggy dog. Okay. This the doggy dog world. He can suck a dick. I'm not giving up no players for him. I'm not giving up no 2 first round picks him. Why? Because he on the wrong side of 20s. He's on the wrong side of his 20s. He's headed there. So you looking at a defensive guy. Most of these guys, once they hit 30 years old, you start to see them injuries in the football in the years come around. I think Myles Garrett like 28, 29 years old.
They going on 29.
Would
Yeah.
you revisit
No,
this?
I got it.
Would you
I got it.
would you revisit this about trade deadline?
No, I'm not giving up no. Look, the Falcons are a young
No,
team.
I said revisit, meaning that means they asking price got to considerably
No,
come down.
absolutely not. I'm not giving nothing up for no Myles Garrett. I'm not doing it.
No, okay.
Because you have a young Falcons team. This is not one of those teams where they older. Like
Yeah.
you looking at. See, it's built. The Falcons are built like the Eagles right now. They have a lot of young pieces, so the Eagles could easily go on a back-to-back championship run there because they still got young pieces. You make a trade for Myles Garrett when you up in age, when you have 1 to 2 years to get it done, or you're gonna have to rebuild. Because the Falcons, let's say that Myles Garrett comes in and he just puts up 10 sacks. He does his sacks, 15 sacks. What are that gonna do for our defense? We still gonna have linebacker problems. We still gonna have a secondary and thirdary issue because Educated gonna be a free agent himself. We don't know what's gonna happen with Grady Jarrett. We don't know what's gonna happen with Jesse Bates. Like we don't know what if Jesse Bates want to come back. He may want to come back and play with him, but like at the end of the day, too, you gotta look at AJ Terrell. His money gonna go up. So look, we giving up picks. We giving up.
Pretty much it's too risky. It's too risky.
It's way too risky because we still a young team.
Okay.
And by with a young team, yeah, we'll have time. But like you said, Truth, you said it. We need some motherfuckers. We need some hardware. We need some rings. We need that bling bling.
I did say this now. I did say this. I said, if we that player away, go on and pull it.
Yes.
But the last thing I said is don't kill us. So if it involves us dying, Myles Garrett can suck a dog dick. So
I got
he ain't gonna do it.
I got a question for everybody. Do you think Myles Garrett is not gonna ask for some money?
Oh, he gonna ask
of course. See. Here's the one thing a lot of people have to take account to this as well is a lot of players of that caliber, rather they going to want out of a situation that they're in now, they're going to be looking to get paid wherever the next destination is going to be. Now, this don't just go just for Myles Garrett, but this has went on for a lot of free agents.
Or hold on, wait a minute. How about this? Depending on how bad he want up out of there, would he be willing to take
a team friendly deal?
Yeah.
No. He's a reigning defensive player of the year. That dude get 10, 15 sacks every year. This man ain't finna get nobody no break.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why. Let me tell you why Mike's right on that. Okay, look at it this way: if you're leaving a team that's in decline, and you got to off all your good players, you got to get rid of them, and you're coming to a team like the Falcons, who damn near was one game away from the playoffs, and he's looking at the caliber of players that's on the team, he gonna want his money. Why? Because he sees this as a cash cow. Let's pay attention now. We got more potential. We got more potential to get back to the postseason than most teams in our area. And especially he looking at it, who we playing every year, what we got on the team, and the fact that we have a top rated offense. He's gonna be like, hell yeah, because they got a potential to win. So I want my money.
So hold on. Let me ask this question and kind of go on. So, is there any of the top name pass rushers that's out here right now that any one of y'all would be willing to pull a deal off like that, or you're just kind of like on me where I say you got enough young pieces that you still need to develop them and just ride with it?
I'm going with you.
Yeah, yeah. I say because we still got players. Again, we still got players that are on our defense, on our team that have not been showcased. They ain't had a chance to be developed yet. And if we know anything from Falcon history, Falcons do better when they develop their players because you don't know who's the gem, who is the gem in the rough.
I kind of like Ebiketie. I think Ebiketie gonna wind up being he gonna be more.
Yeah, he's gonna be a decent pass rusher. Let me throw this out here too, because everybody's saying there's a see, this is where I think where the Falcons thing has been problematic. Now, this is something that we talked about years ago, Kevin. When I say this, all y'all antennas gonna go up. Well, this is we said years ago, kid. You remember what we said? When you have a quarterback that is so good and he does his job, one thing is going to happen. You're going to consistently be winning and you're going to consistently be in the playoffs. When you have that, guess what happens?
You can constantly build your team because you have that one aspect that you don't have to worry about.
That's the thing around him. A lot of times you got a successful quarterback. The quarterback is going to want his pieces. So what happens with the Atlanta Falcons, what has happened all the way from 2008, we put so many pieces around him because we couldn't develop guys the proper way. So what happens is when you got a quarterback that you constantly have to put these pieces around offensively because you're trying to, like Thomas Dimitrov, he's trying to make these guys, the greatest show on turf, 2.3. You know what I'm saying? Like he's trying to constantly do that. So there are some drawbacks to having a great quarterback. We've seen it with Tom Brady. We've seen it with Drew Brees. We've seen it with Peyton Manning. We've seen it with Matt Ryan. Oftentimes, you're not going to get these big-time defensive players to come over here. And what we're seeing with the Atlanta Falcons, and that's you have to be on point with developing. You don't have the right coaches in. And when you have a good team, guess what happens? Another thing that happens. Those other teams start to take those defensive guys away. A lot of those coaches are going to get taken away. We've seen it with Mike McDonald and all these other guys that was on our staff. They got taken away. So you don't have the things. So this is another one of those things where having a legend like Matt Ryan has worked against us defensively. So this is another reason why the Atlanta Falcons can't put $100 million, $150 million, $200 million on a guy like Myles Garrett is because you had a guy like Matt Ryan for 14 years. So I know a lot of people are saying, well, the Falcons defensive numbers have been so bad. Yeah, but our offense, we a top 10 offense every year for 14 straight years. Something got to give. And unfortunately, that what had to give is the defense. So you got to give up something. So if you're going to build around Myles Garrett, guess what's going to happen? All these wide receivers that y'all like, all these great players like Bijan Robinson, y'all like, the Mike Penix, you're going to have to get those guys up in order to have a good defense. You can't have a great offense and a great defense. Just with the Eagles right now. Oh, they're going to have to get rid of AJ. They got to get rid of AJ Brown. AJ Brown and Smith, them guys gone. Why? Because you got a quarterback. You got Saquon. Oh, they gone.
They just paid Smith, so it'll probably be most likely AJ just for the simple fact that a lot of their guys that got contracts coming up is a lot of those defensive guys we've been talking about. It's that offensive line.
You got to give something up in order to have great players, and that's the thing. Mm-hmm. Look at what the Baltimore Ravens had to do. They gave up. When they gave Lamar Jackson that big contract, they had to give up a lot of defensive guys, and they're like you already seeing the effect. So depending on where the strength is for this team, chances are that the Falcons trade a guy like Myles Garrett ain't gonna happen. It's far more likely that the Falcons draft edge than it is to trade for a guy like that because the strength with the team currently is offense. Can't have great defense. Can't have a legendary defense and have a great offense on top of it. It's impossible in this league.
Hey, Truth, I want you to answer this question right here. This from Pat Norris. He said, okay, so out of these three guys, if they don't go, if they're looking at free agency, out of these three guys, Hassan Reddick, Chase Young, or Josh Sweat, do you think any of them guys will work?
Ask the question again. I'm sorry.
Out of Hassan Reddick, Chase Young, or Josh Sweat, do you think that any one of those guys would work if they don't get a Myles Garrett?
Absolutely. I would say Chase Young.
Hmm. You know what? I actually kind of agree with you on that.
I
Truth.
think Josh Sweat got too much of what's that motherfucker we got from Minnesota? Paid that motherfucker all that
Too much Ray Edward qualities.
Yeah, he got too many Ray Edwards qualities to me. I say Young and Riddick myself.
But like you said, and the reason why we're saying that too is because you have to remember with this Philadelphia Eagles defense, the prior year they was one of the worst defenses in the league the prior year with these same guys.
Well,
So
what people fail to realize is, and I said this before, Myles Garrett is not going to save this defense. One guy is not going to save this defense. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be it's going to be because the coach said one key thing, and it's always stuck with me even to the end of the season. When you looked at that Philly defense, what made them so successful is they rushed as a unit. So if I'm looking for players to make an impact, I'm looking for players to be a part of a unit. I don't need one standout guy because if that one standout guy goes down, everybody else is going to be considered trash.
We right back at square one.
Right. So you need a unit. So what I look for is players that you can bring in for not a lot of money that are very good at what they do, but you can develop them into a unit. You know what I'm saying? The problem is, and I've said it before, if your front four, front five, and seven can get home, all your linebackers have to do is just keep contained. They don't have to cover as much. But when your front doesn't get home, your linebackers have to do more covering. Why? Because, hey, the quarterback can escape a blitz. He can look downfield, or he can run for the first down, besides making a play. So if you can create a unit, that's a lot better, which is going to be better for the team. But if you just building it around one person, unless that's the cornerstone of your defense, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna waste your money.
Because the thing is,
Carter didn't get double. He got chipped a lot. Chipped and double, two different things. He got chipped a lot, but he didn't get double. It was a lot of one-on-ones with them.
Because like I said, looking at these three scenarios right here, Josh Sweat may be commanding a lot of money.
Right.
A lot of money. But the thing about it is how well can he play without that Philly defensive line? Mike just brought up a very interesting name. He said he got a lot of Ray Edwards qualities behind him. So do you take that chance with a Josh Sweat?
No.
Hassan Reddick is another one of those guys where he is a specialist. He's a pass rush specialist. Like I said, you may not pay as much for a Josh Sweat, but you're gonna play a penny. The reason why a lot of people may say Chase Young is because you already know you ain't gonna get but 1 year out of his ass anyway. And like you said, you can still, like you said, can Jeff Ulbrich bring the best out of him for that 1 year?
And Kev, you said something real key. A lot of people don't pay attention to this until it's too late. You got to understand, does he fit well with this system? See, because we want all of the cute, popular name players, but do they fit the system? And if they don't fit the system, again, you're wasting money because y'all got to think. Terry still got to get us out of cap hit right now. We're in a deficit.
The question is what the hell is the system?
What that's
true too. That's true too.
This right here is another issue too, because the thing is, and Truth said this, we got to make sure we're one player away. We're not one player away on that defense side.
Right.
We're not one player away. You make those moves, and you know that you're one player. We don't know when Mike Penix is going to hit full stride. We know where Bijan is right now. We know where Drake London is. It's still a question of whether or not Darnell Mooney is going to fit this offense for the next 3 years or not. We still trying to figure out if Kyle Pitts is going to fit this team for the next 3. We got one answer on offense, two answers on offense. Chris Lindstrom and Bijan Robinson. We know what they are. Everybody else is a lot of question marks.
And the biggest question on this defense is still your linebacking core.
It's still your linebacking core. We're not a couple of players away from like bringing in a Myles Garrett and go to a Super Bowl. We're not. Too many questions, man. Like I said, I love Mike, but we still got to wait on his growth.
Yeah, because you got to think about this situation. You still got to figure out what you got to do with Kirk Cousins. That's the number one thing right now.
Yep.
It's Kirk Cousins. Number 2, you got to figure out how, like I said, what this linebacking core is going to be. Because the thing is, we don't know if Troy Anderson is still in the plans. He might be gone just for the fact that he can't stay healthy. We've already established the fact that Caden Ellis is better rushing the passer than he is being an interior linebacker. J.D. Bertrand already got concussion issues. So you have to figure out, okay, how am I going to tap my linebacker core? Second of all, you got to figure out who your corner 2, your CB2 going to be. Because once again, with Mike Hughes injury concerns, plays well but doesn't play enough games. They may not bring back a Justice Simmons, and we know Richie Grant 9 times 10 is going to be a free agent. So you have another hole at the safety position. And we have to play into this thing is we are $11 million in the red as far as salary cap. So guys are going to have to be cut. Like you said, you have a David Onyemata that may be cut, in which I think this past draft this year, I think they already prepared for that because, like I said, you got a Rook and you got a Brandon Dorless, which are 2 guys we have not seen. Zach Harrison, we have not seen much of him.
Let me ask you another question because people saying we got Oliver in here saying that there isn't a question about Drake London. Well, it actually is. The question is already here. Can we say for sure that this guy is a TO? Can we say right now that he at this point in his career, he's a surefire number 1 for Michael Penix? Let me say that again. For Michael Penix. We don't know who's going to be Michael Penix's favorite wide receiver at this particular point. We don't know. We don't know if it's going to be Kyle. We don't know if it's going to be Mooney. We don't know because this guy had 3 games under his belt. Now we can sit up here and think and have our personal opinion about, but all this could change just by how Michael Penix like to throw the ball. He might like to push the ball downfield and kill. Do you see Drake London as a guy that's a deep threat?
Fuck no.
He's not. That's the point. We don't know anything.
There goes another hole right there. Who is the deep threat on this team? Ray McLeod is not a deep threat. He can't even stay on his damn feet to be a deep threat. Darnell Mooney is not really a deep threat wide receiver like that neither. Great route runner. He's an intermediate guy. He's basically Calvin Ridley, but willing to run all the routes.
Explain that to them where we talk about we don't know what Drake is at this point. Explain that because I don't think people understand what we're saying.
Well, what it mean by is Drake London. You got to think about it. It's the first 1,000-yard season with a couple capable quarterbacks. So what Mike is talking about with this is he going to be able to consistently hold up to that? Second of all, Mike Penix is one of those guys who wants to chuck. He wants to throw that thing deep. Here's the problem. The guy that's used as the deep threat is Kyle Pitts.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a problem right there. Now, when we talking about Kyle Pitts, it's not unconventional that tight ends run like deep flat patterns, deep corners, posts, and all that stuff like that. It's unconventional in today's NFL that your tight end is your clear out guy.
Yeah, Drake is not
a lot of Drake London. If I'm just gonna compare to somebody, Drake London is essentially Larry Fitzgerald.
Mm-hmm.
Across between Larry Fitzgerald and Mike Evans.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He got to hold on to the ball. He got to hold on to the ball a little bit more. He puts the ball on the ground a little bit too much for me, and that's a concern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he definitely dropped a lot of passes this year in key moments.
A bit too much for me, and that's a concern. We all know his upside. We all know what he can do when he got his mojo going, but he got to take care of the football. Now, he's got to catch the football.
Right.
He will drop. He will drop a few, but that take
He's
care of
like you said. He got T.O.'s mindset because that's how T.O. was. T.O. used to drop the ball a lot too.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
And when he get the ball, he like you said, he wants to make something happen with it, which quite a few times we've seen where he'll put the ball on the ground. Now, like you said, with Drake London, this is his make or break year for him getting a big contract in 2025. Because
what type of receiver he is, because everybody keeps saying he's a number one, but what type of number one? Because you can be a number one receiver and be a possession guy, which was a last Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald was a possession guy, and he got volume catches. Volume catches and the type of catches that you make are two different things. Because you look at Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison was one of those wide receivers. He was a possession guy and he was a deep threat, all in one.
And here's the biggest problem. Here's the biggest problem with the wide receiver core. I know a lot of people talk about Rondell, but Rondell Moore is an unrestricted free agent this offseason.
Would you kick ties on Mecole Hardman?
Miko, he got a lot of issues going on. He's not the same player. I think a lot.
The thing about it is the main thing you're gonna want him is to be a threat going deep.
Yeah.
I mean, and then he also kind of gives you those jet sweeps and stuff too. He's pretty much Ray Magoof without falling on his face. I give him credit on that. You like you said, you could kick the ties on a Mecole Hardman on a 1-year deal.
Hold on. Let me say this because I'm about to get fucking pissed off. Okay, I really am about to get pissed off. Everybody keep talking about numbers. Okay, everybody keep talking. Oh, Drake say he Drake for 2,000 yards in the he had 1,000 yards 2 years in a row. Fuck that.
He didn't have to. That this was his first 1,000 yards.
How many times did we fucking target Drake? Okay? I need y'all to shut the fuck up and get out your fucking feelings and see what the fuck we saying. How many times have we need to target him? Just because you're targeted 120, 30 fucking times in a fucking season don't mean you're a number one receiver or a speed receiver. Y'all guys play fucking Madden and you see the skill sets. Everybody got different fucking skill sets. And just because you catch 100 fucking passes a year don't mean you're a number one deep threat.
Let me ask this question.
Drake might be the perfect guy for a possession receiver to get touchdowns in the red zone, but that's what he is. You have to define what he is. And right now, for Michael Penix, we don't know what he is. He could very well be Mike Penix's deep threat, being that he has his size, but we don't fucking know that now.
Let me ask everybody a question here. Let's say these trade rumors and stuff is true about Kyle Pitts. How, and I want everybody in the chat to answer this question. How comfortable are y'all with Charlie Warner being tight end 1 for the Atlanta Falcons in 2025?
I'm very comfortable.
I mean, hey, it is what it is.
Look, I'm not comfortable. He's slow as shit. Absolutely not.
Okay. Can he catch?
Charlie
don't know because he doesn't get targeted like that.
No, I saw him play. Look, I've seen him play in San Francisco. I've seen him play at Georgia. He's a quintessential number 2 tight end target. He's gonna do all the things that you want him to do. But if you're looking at him to be a receiving tight end, no. So it really just depends on what you're gonna do with Charlie and what you're gonna do with all the other players around him.
Mm-hmm. So would you be comfortable with Charlie Warner and Ross Dwelly as your tight end 1 and 2 for 2025?
Fuck no. The only way I'd be comfortable with that, you got to bring in the number 3 that's going to be a consistent catcher. Because what you don't want to do is have those linebackers just sitting in spaces where they're not respecting our tight ends at all. And all they doing is just sitting in zone and waiting for those wide receivers to come in. Because that's the thing that Kyle Pitts does. You got to respect the fact that he can blow past your ass. And having a Charlie Warner who's not very fast, he's not respected as a receiving tight end, and you can sit in those zones. You ain't worried about no fucking Charlie Warner taking no damn slant to the house. You're not worried.
Yeah, they don't scare nobody, and that's our problem. We got Kyle Pitts, but think about it. You got to deal with that, and then you need a deep threat. For somebody like Penix, you're gonna need a deep threat on this team. You having a slow receiver, that's not gonna work.
It goes like what Kid was saying. I'm only comfortable with Charlie Warner depending on what you do with that third. You would have to bring in a third receiver that's respected as a deep threat or just a possession receiver. So it will work, but it's only dependent on that third receiver. So you essentially have to have 2 more wide receivers that could do the exact same thing that Kyle Pitts is doing. That's the only way you can go. That's the only way that Charlie Warner could be a number 1 tight end.
So let me get a part 2 to this question. And we already did this show like this before. How comfortable would you be if the Atlanta Falcons went wide receiver with their first pick this year?
Well, you know how I feel about this, so I'll just say mine.
No. I know how you feel, man. I'm talking about Truth, Juan, and everybody in the chat.
I'm gonna say it like this: unless he's one of those dudes that's gonna command, that's gonna take a top off of defense or command something.
He got to be that guy.
Yeah, he got to be that guy for me.
Because you know these fans gonna bitch.
But the thing, but this is kind of what Mike is talking about. Is if you pay attention to a lot of the games, as much as people kind of bitch and moan about Kyle Pitts still commands a lot of attention from these safeties, which
Mhm.
allows Drake London to
He-
do his damage underneath.
He do.
Now, if you take that away, do you think Charlie Warner and Ross Dwelly can command that same attention from these safeties to help Drake London?
Be honest,
Hell
y'all.
no.
Be honest.
No.
No.
No. Let me ask you a question. Are you afraid of a 2-year-old toddler? No.
It go back to what Kev was saying that look, if they and Kev said this, if I'm not mistaken, Kev, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what you said. The way the Falcons offense is already designed, they already showing you that the tight end is not a
The
value.
tight end, the tight end is really a fourth option in his offense.
Mhm. So they're going to
Because
bring in wide receivers in it regardless. So that's why I'm saying the only way I would say yes to Charlie Warner is that we have to bring in wide receivers, which goes back to what his point was with the question that he just asked.
the thing
There's
about it
gotta
is, because the thing about it is, if you look at the wide receivers coming into this draft, the majority of the deep threat wide receivers are going in the first round. I mean, you got a
yeah.
few of them, but the thing about it is, this offense needs a guy that safety scare.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, coach.
And the
We
thing
talking
is,
about drafting. We talking about
and the,
drafting.
and the thing about it is if you get rid of a Kyle Pitts, do you have a wide receiver that scares safeties?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to have what the kind of offense we got. You got to have a clear out guy and a deep threat guy, but your clear out guy has to be a threat as well. And
I love it.
that's what we got so far. Because remember, like I keep telling people, when Kyle Pitts is the clear out guy, Drake London can do his thing. When Drake London is the clear out guy, Kyle Pitts does his thing. You got to pay attention to that. They're interchangeable. So if you take one away, you got to have something to complement. Charlie Warner is not gonna compliment Drake London. I'm sorry.
Drake,
He's
I'm
not.
sorry. Ain't nobody scared of Drake getting deep on nobody, okay? Ain't
Right.
nobody scared about nobody. He
Because-
runs about a 4 or 5. He's not
because
a very
because if you pay attention to a lot of Drake's catches in the intermediate game, he's not blown by nobody.
He's not.
Mooney's not very fast either, y'all. He's more quick than he is fast.
They not, like you said, we don't really have a bunch of wide receivers that can really blow by nobody like that.
But if you pay attention, every time Drake gets the ball and is able to get it like across the middle or maybe in the end zone or something like that, Kyle is somewhere drawing off coverage.
Again, everybody keep talking about numbers, okay? How you're getting these numbers. I need Georgia Texas boy to get out of his feelings once more. We say this at least once a week with him. Get out of your feelings. Stop looking at yards. It's how you're getting yards, because we just said with Drake isn't beating guys deep. He's beating guys underneath because Kyle Pitts is drawing the attention from those safeties so he can have those one-on-ones with these DBs and linebackers.
Right. Because if you paid attention to the couple of games where Drake has been having a lot of drops, it's usually when it's two men on him. It's usually when it's a guy underneath and a guy over the top.
You're right with that one.
Because if you look at it, most of the time the quarterback has to fit it in a pocket that's more or less at his chest instead of up where he can get it. So a lot of times defenders can knock it out his hand. So Kyle, what they do is they put Kyle out there to draw off coverage so Drake is one-on-one. Why? Because now you can use his athleticism to get over it. You can throw it up in the air and Drake will go up there and get it. But if you got two people on him, 9 times out of 10, he's not going to go up and get it like that.
Right.
Very rare he goes up and gets it over two people.
And Fred Buzz here without a question said, could Pitts become Penny's go-to target like Crumpler was for Vic? And it's a mighty way, it could be a possibility, but then here's a problem that's come with it too. Drake London got this is a potential Drake London contract here.
Mm-hmm.
Drake is a very good route runner, but nobody's afraid of him getting deep, and that's what
Right.
he's saying. If you look at both of these guys' numbers, who had the? I mean, this is a question. All right, this is a question to everybody. If you look at Drake London and Kyle Pitts, who's had the best year as far as yards per catch is concerned?
It was Kyle Pitts
Mm-hmm.
going into week 17. Because remember before the last, I'm just going off of just this season alone. Before the last two games, Kyle Pitts averaged almost 15 yards a catch. Even though he only had about 35 yards, even though he had 35 receptions, he was first and second on the team in average yard per catch.
Mm-hmm. Was how these guys are getting up. And like I said, Drake has been a very good quality. And let me say that again. This is not about him not being a good receiver, but it's the types of routes that you ask these guys to run. You're not asking Drake to run a double move like you're doing. What's the Jefferson from? Man, you're not asking him to run those types of routes. So with the routes that you asking Drake to run, a guy like Justin Jefferson's average damn near 19. We talking about this guy averaging about 15 yards a catch because of the routes that you're asking. You're not asking Drake to run those same route that you asking Justin Jefferson to run.
I think Mooney led this season in yards per catch with like 15. I think Kyle Pitts was behind him with like 13. And I think Drake was right around 11.
And see, go back to what you're saying about Justin Jefferson too. You gotta understand, a lot of those times when Justin Jefferson is open, there ain't hardly nobody on him. He'll get by his defenders, but when you got like a team like us that's got a 6-man rotation, what is Mike and them always say? Whatever defensive coordinator you go up against, they're trying to take away something. They're trying with the Falcons having so many weapons, they're trying to make sure they can take away multiple weapons on his team.
Here you go right here.
Yeah, this right here.
Like I said, Drake London is a great short to intermediate guy.
Now wait a minute. Now Tyreek, you need your ass whooped for this one. You need your ass whooped. Goddamn, not Tyreek. You got look run like he crazy.
George Texas boy, bro. Like this is what we talking about. That's why you get cussed out every week because you say some dumb shit that we literally trying to explain to you, and then you go to the next comment and say like this. He just don't got. Nigga, that's what we've been saying.
What did he say? I missed it. What did he say?
He is saying, well, Drake is a 1,000-yard receiver, but he just don't have breakaway speed. This is what we're talking about.
No, so basically, you're agreeing with what we said, but you wanted to put it in your words to make it seem like you was.
The Texas boy said he fucks. Yes. He said he fucks with Drake London, man.
Everybody does too. See, let me explain something. Let me explain something. It's players that I fuck with, but I also know players has deficiencies in certain aspects of the game. That doesn't mean we don't fuck with that player. We just know what the strengths or weaknesses is.
Right. We're just talking about Drake's weaknesses in this offense. And
that's like me saying that's like me being on the football field with the AFN crew, and all of a sudden they want to put me at wide receiver. I'm like, no, bro, I ain't got the knees for that.
Right. Kevin not built for
I
that.
know, I
Kevin
know,
not
I know my greatest asset is to knock motherfuckers on
motherfuckers
their
out.
ass on the
Yep.
offensive line. That is my
Georgia
job.
Texas boy. Georgia Texas boy. You know what? I think this goddamn Drake London's agent a burner account. Goddamn.
It gotta be. It gotta be. It gotta be.
Yeah, he just look, man. He's a great speedy possession receiver. He's not a deep threat. He never was.
This is the first time everybody keep talking about Darnell Mooney as a deep threat. He's not a deep
Nah.
threat. This is the first time he's had 15 yards a catch. And so that's not his skill set. The Falcons asked him to run a lot of double moves. The same thing they asked a guy like Bean, whatever the fuck his name is, Muhammad Sanu. They was asking him to run a lot of deep. So the numbers look like that, but the types of routes that they're asking our route receivers. This is when we go back to what we're saying. The types of routes you're asking your receivers to do. And this is why guys like this is why we talking about Warren has been saying this all year. You're using Kyle Pitts to help open up the field for a guy like Mooney, for a guy like Drake. That doesn't mean that Drake isn't an elite receiver, because he is. But the things that they're asking him to do, they're not asking the same thing out of a Kyle Pitts. And that's the difference when you talk about how why a guy like Andy Reid is so legendary as a coach, is because he knows exactly what receiver is good at, and he only asks them to do that. We're not asking Bijan Robinson out here to goddamn run 9 routes down the field. That'd be stupid as fuck. All right, they're not asking Tyler Algier to be out here goddamn trying to be quarterback. Okay, you got to put these guys in position to do what they want, that do what they do best. That's the difference in what we're saying. So, like I said, I want to be clear with that. The type of things that they're asking these wide receivers to do, okay? The types of routes that they're asking them to do, that's the problem. That's what we're saying. And this is why I go back to what Kev was saying about having Charlie Warner. The only way that would make sense for this Atlanta Falcon team, going back to the question, the Falcons, would you be upset with the Atlanta Falcons drafting a wide receiver? So we're right back at the same. We're right back what we were just talking about. It'll work, but it will only work if you bring in players to substitute or replace what Kyle Pitts or a Ray McLeod or a Rondale Moore would have been doing.
Think about it like this. Look at Puka Nacua. Would you think he was a deep threat wide receiver?
A deep threat? Hell no.
Because he's literally used in the same exact way. This is the guy Zach Robinson is used to using.
So it's my guess we're not even gonna give Rondale Moore a look.
It's a possibility they still will, but the thing about it is, it's going to be another 1-year deal. Because remember, the reason why we got Rondale Moore was a salary dump from Arizona, and Rondale Moore, they used the salary dump to get Desmond Ritter's ass up out of here because of the public relations nightmare that came with it. This was a contract year for Rondale Moore, and he got hurt. Like you said, this could be one of those instances where they may give him another chance, may give him another 1-year deal to prove himself. But the one thing about Rondale Moore that a lot of people don't know, Rondale Moore can't run routes for shit. He's straight 9 routes all day, every day. He's a gadget guy.
He does. Yep.
Now, I got something I want to throw out there.
What's up?
What if the ultimate curveball get thrown and we go O-line with that pick?
That wouldn't be a curveball.
That wouldn't be a curveball because for the simple fact that you got you're going to have to find Jake Matthews replacement.
Mm-hmm.
And if the idea is you're trying to make Matthew Bergeron the heir apparent to Jake Matthews, then you got a guard. Now you got a guard situation you gotta address.
Mm-hmm. So it's gonna
Cause the
happen.
thing, cause the thing about it is, at the end of the day, Junebug is the face of the franchise. What are you
Mm-hmm.
gonna do to protect the face of the franchise?
Yep.
So we right back where we was talking about at this particular point where it's like, yeah, I understand it. We need sacks, but we don't need sacks in order to be successful as of right now. Because if you look at the offense is already built to carry this team. All we need for our defense is to
Get
get
to the 40.
slightly better. Just get
Let's,
slightly better. We
let's
don't
go.
need to have 50 sacks and 60 sacks each year. We just need them to get closer to the 40 mark in order for this team to be considered a Super Bowl contender.
Well, that's why. That's why I said you don't need one standout player. If you can get everybody developed as a unit, I'll prove. And it's one game that proves what I'm talking about. When we played Washington, when the Falcons got after Jaden Daniels, as good as he was doing all year, we hit him as a unit. He didn't know what the fuck to do.
That's true.
He would look into the sideline like, who the fuck are these birds? They hitting me. What am I supposed to do? So if you develop the defensive players we got, you get serviceable players that can come in here that's got a specific skill set, and you develop them and teach the front 5-7 to get home as a unit. 85% of the quarterbacks we gonna play in the season go get their ass tore up.
Mm.
That's what y'all got us to go back and look at the Washington game before we collapsed. We were knocking Jaden Daniels all over that field. He didn't know what to do. Linebackers ain't have to do that much. That's what I'm telling you. Develop the players that we got on here. Get a couple more players that can help out and develop them as a front.
I'm with that.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's why I think we're good. The thing is, like I said, we've already built the team with the strength. We can easily say this Falcons offense could be a top 5 offense. I have no doubt that we can be a top 5 offense in the NFL next year. We have enough talent on that offense to be able to do that. So in order to make it go back to the same way that the Rams were built. They didn't have this blown. They had Leonard Little. I forget the other defensive end, but they had guys that were considered like
I'm talking about Grant Lindstrom.
Grant.
Yeah,
It wasn't Wistrom.
Grant Lindstrom. Yeah.
Yeah. So they had guys that were considered above average defensive linemen. Mike Jones in the middle. They didn't have these guys that were just all pro.
Who?
Mike Jones.
Who?
Mike Jones. But they didn't have all these defensive guys that could just blow you away. I mean, you go back to the Falcons and the Falcons in the Super Bowl. We had Deion Jones. We had,
Keanu Neal.
We had an older Freeney. Like we had a lot of older mid guys. So you don't need like legendary guys and these big mega stars in order to win Super Bowls. To be honest, we're built right now, and just go back to what Warren was talking about. Just have complementary players that can highlight everybody's specific skill set.
I just got this weird, interesting feeling. Like I said, I could be wrong, and this is a curveball. I just got this interesting feeling that they may go safety in the first round. Like I said, I'm just getting to. I'm just getting this thought. I think where
That's Malachi. He'll be sitting right there for us too.
I don't even think it's going to be him. It's a guy that I've been paying attention to. I think it's that dude from South Carolina. What's that dude? The dude with the African name? And the Mawanu or something like that.
I know you're talking about. We watched
We
it.
actually watched them. And the thing, and the only reason why I'm saying that is we got to remember Jesse Bates really is he's a free safety, but he's really like playing the rover role down here. And that my Moana kid, he's a safety slash linebacker because he about 6'3", 240. So he a big boy, and he's a hybrid guy.
I see where you're going with this,
I
Cal.
I just get this weird feeling. I get this interesting feeling that might be the guy they look for.
Because what it does is it doesn't change the landscape of our defense all that much. But what it does is you bring him up and
Hmm.
he helps out, and because of his position, he can cover.
Hmm.
I see exactly what
Because
you're doing.
because you want Jesse Bates to put fear in the back end.
Oh yeah, yeah. You want the quarterback to be trying to figure out where Jesse's at, because Jesse basically when he roams, that's when he gets interceptions.
Hmm. And that Imewanu kid, like you say, he's big enough to be the rover. And like you said, at 240, 235, 240, he's big enough. He's big enough to be an enforcer in the run game, but he got enough range at that rover position to where he would essentially be a bigger Jesse Bates, and it will allow Jesse Bates to be that free safety. That's also gonna put fear on the back end.
And that's where the NFL is going anyway. With a lot of these RPOs and stuff like that, you need two safeties to be able to be aware and keen to everything that's going on underneath in these double moves and whatnot. So it wouldn't shock me if the Falcons went safety, because if you look at even a lot of Tony Dungy's teams, he always had two quality safeties. Always had two
Hmm.
quality
Wait. So you mean to tell me that with him being that hybrid player, Jeff Obert can kind of instill his
Well,
linebacker knowledge into that young
well,
man?
well, well, well. You have to remember the middle linebacker that took over for C.J. Mosley with the Jets was a safety that ended
Hmm.
up playing middle linebacker.
So that would fit. That would work exactly well with what he's good at to begin
That
with.
made, like you said, that made that, yeah, yeah, mucho. That Nick Mowari, however you say his name.
Yes, it's Eminwari,
Hmm.
Nick Eminwari.
And then that may be a guy that they may just trade back. They may trade back later in the first round and get him. So you can add draft picks and address that situation right there.
Well, let me ask you a question. Think about this. You
Oh,
would have him on there,
yeah.
Jesse Bates, and then you still would have Braylon Trice that's got to come back and show what he can do.
Right,
So that's a problem. That's
right.
a good problem.
So is
But
Helms
like you said, it's a scenario that could
is
possibly
is,
happen. So
is Helms done?
No,
no,
no, because
no, 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 no. But what? No, what I mean by it actually benefits their three safety looks that they go. Like I said, Emma Warry is a 240-pound goddamn safety, so he can play linebacker too. That's what I'm saying.
And he will command a lot of respect on the back
Nick
end.
Bolton role and with Kansas City, that's what he would
But
play.
basically, so you will have two rover safeties like with Helen and stuff too. Like I said, it's just a thought.
But
Like you said, as one of the main things that we have came to know about how the draft goes for the Falcons for the last 4 years is, well, we don't damn know where they gonna go with it. This year is the ultimate. What the are they gonna do?
hmm
Cause Cause like I said, I wasn't that high. Oh, look, I remember when Keanu Neal came out. I didn't think he was. I thought he was gonna get drafted in the second round for the Falcons. He ended up getting drafted in the first round. I was crazy about that because I told everybody I know. I said Keanu Neal gonna be a Falcon. Whether I said he'll probably be a second round pick, and he picked that motherfucker at 16. That's all I'm gonna say. And that was the same draft they ended up getting a safety, a linebacker,
How many
well,
rookies?
two linebackers at that.
How many rookies we start on defensive side of the ball in that Super Bowl?
Let me see: Campbell, Jones, Keanu Neal,
When
Grady Jarrett was a second year player. Jalen Collins was a second year player.
when Allen on there too.
And Ricardo Allen, he was a third year player.
Yeah.
They had about 6 players that was at least 3 years of experience or less.
But they were developed. Out of
They
those
got, but
names,
yeah.
you had about 2 or 3 of them that was developed that had already been developed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're talking about. I keep saying it. Terry is gonna do his most damage in free agency. Y'all, I'm gonna put it like this. If y'all look up one day and they say Kirk Cousins is going to some other team, just know that's the beginning of
Oh
Terry
yeah.
about to be disrespectful
Oh yeah.
in this
Oh,
free
oh
agency.
yeah. Vic Beasley too. So they had 7 players with 3 years or less experience on their defense.
Mm-hmm. But
Starting.
they had veterans around them to
Mm-hmm.
help them play as a unit.
Exactly.
Y'all
Exactly.
what? Y'all wait and see. Y'all wait and see. Our cap. What was the numbers for our cap? Kev, we were talking about earlier.
They minus 11 million right now.
And then you were saying something about 500 and some odd thousand.
I think the dead cap. I think the dead cap for 2025 as far as guaranteed contracts. I think it's like less than 680,000.
less than 680,000. And we were 63 million in the hole when Terry Fontenot got stuff off the books and was able to build a defense in one off season.
Let me ask you something. Now think about it. What happened to old boy?
Cool.
Rocky off.
Boy, that motherfucker got cut and went to Arizona and did. They did just like every Falcon player that done played for this team the last 6, 7 years. They disappeared off
Fade
the
to
face of the
black.
earth.
Yep. Fade
Think
to
about it.
black.
Think about it. Think about it. Think about that Super Bowl team that we had. Every player that played on that team that left Atlanta when it comes to Rocky Alford, Keanu Neal, Deion Jones, Desmond Trufant, Big Beasley, Devontae Freeman, Tevin Coleman, Julio Jones,
Rico Allen.
Jacob Tammy, Austin Hooper. That's 10. That's 10 players right there.
Where they at?
Ain't worth a damn no more. Ain't no they left Atlanta. Ain't nobody talk about it no more. That's
And,
just 10 players.
and Austin Hooper hanging on by a gnat's nail.
He in Carolina. Where else who at?
Austin Hooper, last I remember, was in New England. I think
Yeah.
the one that's in Carolina, that's Felipe Franks.
Yeah.
I know he there.
Yeah, so pretty much from that Super Bowl team, every key contributor that was on that team left Atlanta and like Juan said, faded to black.
Okay, yeah, Hurst. Yeah, Hurt. That was Hurst from Carolina. Okay, Hooper with the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hooper played well for us though. He played well.
Huh?
Hurst was decent too.
Yeah, they all played well, but like I said, once they left Atlanta, they became irrelevant.
And this goes back to what I said.
Muhammad, yeah, I said Muhammad's like just think about this. Just going off that Super Bowl team. Julio Jones left Atlanta, fade to black.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor Gabriel, resurgence in Atlanta, left Atlanta, fade to black.
Mm-hmm.
Devontae Freeman, Tevin Coleman, fade to black. Austin Hooper, fade to black.
Dang.
Rocky Alford, fade to black. Desmond Trufant, fade to black. Deion Jones left Atlanta, fade to black.
Mm-hmm.
Devondre Campbell did his thing. He's free agent now. He's really the only one that's left Atlanta in the last 10 years that was even worth a damn once he left.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. He did work. He
He
did
did
work.
his work. Like I said, Cardo Allen left Atlanta, fade to black.
Right.
Keanu Neal, fade to black. Patrick DeMarco, fade to black. Look, like you said, Adam Levitre, fade to black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, please
Ryan
don't.
Strader,
Well, I
fade to
don't
black.
want. I don't want to hear talk about these old ass Falcons. We got to get in. We got to get in the 25th century.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said Duck Dodgers in the 20.
Hey, look, and think about it like this. Calvin Ridley,
Fade to black.
Atlanta, fade to black.
On the blackjack table.
Get on purpose.
Russell Gage, look. Russell Gage,
Fade to black.
fade to black.
They keep doing this.
But yeah, we gotta keep doing this.
Goddamn,
Oh, yeah.
21, 20, 22, 23, everybody on the damn roster. Okay, Sam.
Look. Fourier left Atlanta, fade to black.
Like
So that's not a coincidence that every main playmaker that was on this team for the last 10 years left Atlanta and fade black.
But Kev, what the one denominator that's in all of this is, even though we now don't know what our system is, they work in that not knowing system. You know, what are they doing now?
No, it was a developed system then. We just don't have no developed system now.
We ain't got the developed system now. At that, like you said, at that point in time when them guys was here, like you said, we knew what this team was. We knew this team was an offensive heavy team. The defense wasn't worth shit.
Right. It was high power offense, complimentary. Try to hold it together defense.
No.
There you go. Fade black.
That's it.
I already got Raheem. Don't want to hear fading the back no more. I got you faded the back with that the old goddamn chiclet smiling motherfucker. No, I don't want it.
Come on, Michael. Come on now. You know you like the picket fence. You like the picket
I
fence.
want to fade the back. Like I'm already having PTSD with this motherfucker.
Hell, Matt Ryan got traded to Indianapolis. Faded black too.
He faded the black and then he came back.
Hey, look.
He said,
Look, Cordell Patterson wasn't great for us. He went to Pittsburgh. Fade black. I just named damn near 15 to 20 players that faded to black once they left Atlanta.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah. Well, hey, Kev. Let's come up to present. Desmond Ritter. Fade to black.
Nah, he faded the cream. That's what he did.
You got to go on. You on 30-second time.
Desmond Ritter, fade black.
Damn Desmond Ritter. I do not want to make 15 videos about what we did with the damn
Hey, think about it like this. Before Arnold Ebiketie came here, Jacob Tutori Banner had the most sacks in the whole season in an entire season for the Falcons. The last time he was here, he only played 3 games. Fade black.
Really bring up some fucking business.
Mhm.
Body slam.
But you see that he put me in timeout, right? You see how this go?
Yeah, because you the one who aggravate. You the one who stir up K Styles, and when K Styles get stirred up, look, it's damn near impossible to get the show back.
Hey, the show never left. I'm just making a point here.
You know what? You going on timeout too, K Styles. I'm gonna host this motherfucker now. Okay.
Well,
This is the first time I done.
Hey, guess what? Get your ass up out of here too, nigga.
You might want to get truth out of here too, goddamn.
Barry go round.
hell, I don't think all I done did is I done went from Mark Henry to Kane.
Hey, look, hey, before we leave, I need everybody that's watching this show put hashtag fade black.
That's it. You look at
Fade
John
black.
He said John Kaminsky. Auntie Pam did too.
I need everybody to put fade black.
I can't stand that. I can't stand you Negroes.
I see your red door and I want to paint it black. There see no colors anymore, but I just choose to see black.
Yes, it's real heavy drug usage going on right now.
I see the girls walk by dressed in their summer clothes.
Cuz at least we're not sniffing cereal.
We ain't sniffing no cereal.
No, we can't be doing that.
Nah. You be sniffing that Pop-Tart cereal.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
All right, man. We about to get up on out of here, man. About Raw about to come on, man. Y'all sit. Oh, God, Southside said.
Fabian Monroe. Southside is going to keep going.
What the fuck is Fabian Monroe?
We didn't get to that goddamn All-Star game.
He said Matt Hennessy,
Oh,
Stevie
we didn't even
Means.
get a chance to talk about that All-Star game. Y'all want about 15 minutes to talk about that shit.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, man. All right, true. Hey, so we ain't get a chance to get right into it, but like I said, we got about 10 more minutes. Like you said, man. I want to get everybody's thoughts on that goofy ass All-Star game format they got going on right now.
Let me go ahead and jump into that.
Go ahead and do your thing, True.
There's a serious disconnect going on in the NBA, and I'm gonna blame the players. I gotta blame the players on this. This All-Star weekend thing they got going on right now, it's a fucking train wreck. All right, this they doing right here, man. I can't comprehend this. Like, what the fuck? Why y'all go out here and change something that didn't even need to be fucking changed at all? What? I mean, look, they're gonna lose a lot of fans. They're gonna lose a lot of revenue if they don't and fix that quick. I mean, this. Look, go back to the regular format. Have your listen. If you want to do all that old celebrity game shit, get all that old crazy ass shit out the way on Friday. do the Rising Stars game, whatever, on Friday, and then on Saturday you do the 3-point shootout, do the dunk contest, and Sunday do the fucking game. Play 4 quarters at East versus West, and you have a winner. What the? Why do we go from that? What are we doing? All this.
I know why. Oh, a lot of people gonna be mad when I say this. It's that motherfucker who call himself the greatest player that ever lived, and that's LeBron James. All this shit is because of LeBron James. LeBron James ruined
He's the problem.
He's the biggest problem because he don't want to do shit. All he want to do is collect checks.
Listen,
if LeBron James went out and set the standard and say, "Look, I'm gonna play hard on this motherfucker," but LeBron like, "Look, as long as I'm getting my check, I don't give a shit. I'm not playing it no way, so I don't care." So they gonna do exactly what LeBron. If Kobe came out and said, "Bitch, I'm gonna play hard," everybody gonna be with Kobe. If Mike came out and said, "Hey, I'm gonna play hard," everybody gonna play hard. But when you got LeBron, who don't give a shit about nothing about outside of his own business and his own personal life, they don't care. You got to have somebody lead. So they just watching LeBron. Again, if LeBron came out and did his thing as an ambassador and the guy of the NFL, he should be setting the standard. It's like, look, how can you tell your kids to do right when your ass out here doing wrong or not doing nothing at all?
He's the face of the league. Okay. All right. Jordan turned it over in 2003. He pretty much turned it over to Kobe. All right. Mm-hmm. Kobe did his work, and Kobe turned it over to LeBron. And look at his shit.
Mm-hmm. That shit is a nightmare.
Shit's crazy.
That shit is terrible. I don't know. Look, that shit is like a fucking circus. It look like the motherfucker just came with a bunch of ideas and put that motherfucker on TV.
I was gonna say, first of all, that court is ugly as shit for one thing.
So you mean to tell me the dartboard was just put on display for everybody to see? Not the darts, but the dartboard.
Hey man, if they don't stop, if they don't stop this motherfucker that whose head look like a shaved dick, if they don't stop, bro, I'm telling you, man, you're gonna look up, and motherfuckers gonna be out there playing 2K. We watching motherfuckers playing 2K.
Cause I'm about to say, please don't tell me they about to have these dummies jumping off trampolines, dunking over about 20 feet over the goal.
See, here's the thing, yeah, like you said, we talk about LeBron James being one of the major reasons why, but I'm giving the biggest reason why this shit was a train wreck is fucking duck built platypus head ass motherfucker Adam Silver.
Wait. Ultimately, everything points. It's gonna point to him anyway.
Right.
Because the thing about it is, if you think about it, they've literally switched the format of the All-Star game every year for the last 6 years. If you really look at it.
Because what we had worked. And when you go away from what worked, you got to make up shit. That's the problem. Let's keep it a buck. The NBA is a damn circus because why? Players aren't hungry anymore.
No.
The money has eclipsed the will to play. I've heard a lot of old players say that. Dr. J, Michael, and all of them. Michael Jordan came in on the tail end in the beginning of all the players getting really big contracts. Before him, niggas wasn't getting that kind of money. They had the love of the game.
Jordan said it best on Oprah. Hey, these guys ain't got to work for their money, man. You know, you're paying guys off potential.
Yeah, Dunk said that. Dr. J said that.
They need to raise that age limit. They need to move that shit from 18 back to 20. That I'm telling you, these kids coming out, they not fucking ready.
No. Cause what they need to do is this. They need to do like rich folks do when you get your inheritance. They set an age limit on that shit, and you don't get your complete money until you hit certain age. That's what it is. They need to be like a trust type thing. You bring your ass in the league at 18, and you playing. You got to prove that you worth that contract that you're trying to get.
I wouldn't even let them in the league at 18 no more, bro. They not ready. I just bumped that shit up to 20.
I
gotta
totally agree. I totally agree.
bump it up to 20. Once you bump it up to 20, we ain't gotta sit up here. We ain't gotta sit up here and be talking about this player development shit because they not developing motherfuckers. So hey, make them
Look,
motherfuckers listen. Make them motherfuckers go back to college for 3 years. Make them go back to college for 3 years. If they don't want to go to college, go goddamn play with the goddamn G League at night for 3 years.
I mean, because you right about that. Because ain't that how Jordan discovered he was good? He didn't discover he was good in the NBA. He discovered it in college.
He played 2 years. Like I would give it 2 years for sure. 3, you can do it, but like at some point it got to be more than just one. Like these players don't even know the basics of shit. They just coming out there and goddamn jumping and dunking.
These motherfuckers can't do nothing but these motherfuckers can't do nothing but run a 5 out of the. That's it.
Well, you know what? I call this now. This is the first time you're gonna hear me say this. I call that the LeBron effect because LeBron was an anomaly coming out of high school. Most of your players, most of your great players were in college before they got to the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
You can pick any Magic, Kareem, Bird. All of them were in college before they got to the NBA. Jordan, they honed their skills in college, and then they came and took it up to another level. They didn't. LeBron was an anomaly. I hate to say it. He's an anomaly.
No, I agree.
And now they made the anomaly the standard, which messes up the league because now you're not playing for pride. You're not playing for skill set. You're playing out of entitlement.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that goes with the NBA today is as we said that all the NBA teams essentially try to mimic and copy what the Golden State Warriors and Steph and Clay did, and every damn team thinks they can play the same style.
Nope.
And they got to stop that shit.
Right.
So what I'm gonna blame it on? Yeah, like you said, you can blame LeBron James.
No, I'm
You can
talking
blame
about
Adam Silver.
I'm talking about the
But
All-Star game, not the state of the
nah,
game.
nah, the All Star game, they just need to just go ahead and just kill it because, like you said, bruh, this is the 6th straight year they done changed the damn format. There's a problem right there where you're literally changing a format that was never broken.
And that's when you got it. And when you start, and when you see it in football, when you see it in baseball, and you see it in basketball, when you start with the gimmicks, you have already lost.
Well,
The NFL going down that road too. They done turned that shit into a flag football game.
That's what I'm saying. It's a
thing
gimmick.
is, again, we're going back to the mentality of it. The reason why they changed it because players like LeBron don't care. No matter how much we try to turn it to this and that. If LeBron, if a Michael Jordan, if they are look at them and they passionate about some stuff, everybody gonna follow them. Everybody in the league follow everything LeBron do right now. Everybody in the league gonna follow Kobe. Everybody in the league gonna follow a Shaq. Everybody in the league gonna follow a goddamn Michael Jordan. Why? Because they are the standard of the NBA. They are the standard. So if LeBron don't care about the All-Star game and he half-assing it, like guess what they gonna do? They gonna do the exact same thing.
Shit, they might well just had everybody have mandatory pushback hairlines. How about that?
Oh, damn, man. Kev, you done took them back to feudal Japan, didn't you? You done took them back to 1649. Everybody got a forehead style.
I'm still trying to figure out who the fuck is Mac McClung at. I don't know who the fuck that is. I had
Well,
to
you know, Mike, what did I tell you last night after that? What did I tell you about that dunk
Oh,
contest?
that's that white boy.
Listen,
Remember, Mike, remember what I told you after that dunk contest? I said they were going to send his ass right back down to G League, and look what the hell happened.
listen,
Man.
who he is if these stars stop holding their nuts and get in this shit. See, like people get mad when us old heads, we bring up the old heads. But guess what, bro? In that dunk contest, shit, Stars was in the dunk contest
Yes,
back in the day.
that could dunk. Because if I see one more goofball jump over a used car, I'm gonna lose my mind. If I see one more you goofballs jump over a used car and do some goofy ass twist in the air, I'm gonna lose my
He
mind.
almost got hurt. He
But that boy almost tore his shit up trying to do that.
Can we get back? Can we get back to just defying gravity? This nigga trying to be like a Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus.
Yeah, cause that back foot clip that car.
Man,
that bitch clipped that window, boy. That motherfucker ankle almost said nope.
Yeah, and that had all shit moment, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
look, man. The Stars got to get in it now. Shit. Listen. I gotta go, man. It's time my Monday Night Raw.
All right. We just wanted to get that out the way. We're gonna continue to actually talk about this too. So we're gonna do a part 2 on the All-Star thing. I know we kind of got caught into the Falcons talk. So hey, man, we're gonna let y'all get the rest of y'all days back. Juan, Mike, y'all got any last words y'all want to get out before we turn on to this Monday Night Raw?
fuck LeBron. Fuck LeBron.
Stop dunking over used cars.
I mean, at least he jumped over the car. We had John Collins
Man, y'all
goofy
gotta
ass
look
try
what
to.
Seth Rollins got on, bro.
No,
Seth
look.
Rollins literally look like an apple pie walking.
Not apple pie.
Look. Matt. At least he jumped over the top of the car. We saw John Collins try to jump over a wooden plane and then be tore all his shit up. So but we gonna get up on out of here, y'all, man. We appreciate y'all. So until next time, people, we here to play.
Oh no.
We here to stay.
Oh yeah, nigga.
You ain't gotta go home.
Somebody go take a nap. Just go take a nap.
And again, fuck LeBron James.
And guess what happened to the NBA All-Star game? Fade to black.
Fade to black.
Oh, serious?
Won't lives matter. Won't lives matter.
Woke lives matter. WLM.
Wasn't even at the goddamn. Are you serious? Oh yeah.
Put your eyes back in your head.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.